This is for 7th grade. This is the workbook page for 7.1 on writing and solving one-step inequalities. I'm going to do all my work on the right, just write and the answers on the left. So starting with number 1, we have e over 2 is less than 3. So to undo division, we're going to multiply both sides by 2. And we have e is less than 6. So since it's less than, we have an open circle, and it's less than 6, so we're going to the left. Number 2, n minus 1 is greater than 3. Add 1 to both sides. We have n is greater than 4. Again, open circle, greater than 4, we're going to the right. Number 3, 5 is less than 3 plus w. Subtract 3 from both sides. So we have 2 is less than w. So an open circle at 2. And that means it's less than w, so we're going to the right. Number 4. We have 8 is less than or greater than 2m. Divide both sides by 2. We have 4 is less than or greater or equal to m. So because it's less than or equal to, we are going to fill in the circle at positive 4. And 4 is less than or equal to m. So your arrow is going to the right. Number 5. We have r minus 4 is less than 1. Add 4 to both sides. R is less than 5. Open circle all the way to the left. Number 6. We have 2 is less than or equal to negative 1t. Now because we have to divide by a negative, we're going to reverse the inequality symbol. So 2 divided by negative 1 is negative 2. Reverse the symbol. So negative 2 is greater than or equal to t. So close circle at negative 2. And since negative 2 is greater than t, we have to take the arrow to the left, because any number to the left of negative 2 is going to be less than that number because they're negative. Number 7, we have 2 is greater than or equal to s minus 2. Add 2 to both sides. We have 4 is greater than or equal to s. Close circle at 4. And 4 is going to be greater than or equal to any number s is. So your arrow is going to the left. And number 8, we have 2 is greater than or equal to 5 plus p. Subtract 5 from both sides. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. It's greater than or equal to p. Close circle at negative 3. And any number that we would substitute in for p, negative 3 is going to be greater than or equal to that number. So our arrow again is going to the left. Alright, number 9 is to solve each inequality. So we have 1/5 is less than or equal to x over 15. So this time we're not doing any graphing, we're just solving for the variable. So in this case, we're dividing by 15, so we're going to multiply both sides by 15. So we have 15 over 1 times 1 over 5 is less than or equal to x. 15 times 1 is 15, and 1 times 5 is 5, which gives you 3. So 3 is less than or equal to x. And that's all you have to do. Number 10, we have 9 is greater than negative r. Now, in this case, if you remember when we talked about coefficients, any time there's no number in front of a variable, we're going to assume that there's a 1 there, because any number times 1 is itself. So we're going to divide both sides by -1. 9 divided by -1 is -9. Since we divided by a negative, we're going to reverse the inequality. So we have -9 is less than r. Number 11, we have -2 plus b is less than 3. Since 2 is negative, we're going to add 2 to both sides. And we have b is less than 5. And number 12, we have 70 minus a is greater than or equal to 25. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the order. So I have -a plus 70. I'm going to add, I'm sorry, not add, subtract 70 from both sides. So I have -a is greater than or equal to 25 minus 70 is -45. Divide both sides by -1 because that's the number in front of a. Reverse the inequality symbol. So a is less than or equal to 45. All right, write an inequality for each problem, then solve. So we have Arthur earned $136 in 3 weeks. He goes back to school in 1 more week. He needs at least $189 to buy the new coat that he wants for school. How much must Arthur earn in the next week? So we know he needs $189. He already has $136, so plus x. So he needs at least or more than $180. So we're going to subtract 136 from both sides. So x is less than or equal to 53. So our equation was 136 plus x is greater than or equal to 189, and x is greater than or equal to 53. So he needs to earn at least $53. Number 14, Mama is playing a game when you score, Marna is playing a game where you score -5 points each time you guess the correct answer. The goal is to get the lowest score. To win the game, Marna must have a score less than -80 points. How many correct answers does Marna need to win the game? So she earns -5 each time she answers a question, and she needs less than -80. So we're going to divide both sides by -5. Since we're dividing by a negative, we have to flip the inequality symbol, and -80 divided by -5 is 16. If you have any further questions on solving or writing one-step inequalities, please reach out. Thanks for watching.